So there's a Simpsons episode I love back in the day. It's the kids want to go to Camp Krusty, and Krusty the Clown has sold out, so he's not going to be at the camp. He's got a bunch of third-party people coming in. So the kids show up, and to their horror, they find out that the bullies from school are now the camp counselors. Okay, so at one point, Lisa is showing up for her little paddling merit badge, whatever, and she's looking down at this raging river with this busted up old wooden dock and this canoe down there with a hole in it, and she looks at the counselor and she says, "Is this safe?" And the counselor looks back, shrugs his shoulders, and says as apathetically as possible, "Well, it ain't getting any safer." Which tends to remind me of ice rafting. Ice rafting, that's right. We've all been whitewater rafting, but how about ice water rafting? It's dangerous as all get out, you guys, and it's not getting any safer. The ice is right there floating next to you the whole time, just reminding you want to stay in the boat because it's a chilly swim. And yeah, it's wintertime, so it's not exactly the highest flows ever, so you're going to have to deal with rocks. But you're also going to have to deal with rocks covered in ice. You're going to have to deal with the riverbank around you covered in ice. All those narrow little passages you're trying to get through throughout the season, well, now they're even narrower. Good luck. But it does make for some interesting problem solving and challenges that you just don't get anywhere else. Inevitably, you'll get to a real quiet spot where the river's frozen completely over. Welcome to Ice Bridges 101. Getting the boat up, getting it over, and back down. Now, if it sounds sketchy, well, after you've done your first ice bridge, you become kind of an expert in river ice. You'll know which is the thickest, which you can walk on, which is going to be kind of spongy and rubbery, and which is going to be like crackly. Stay away from that. You'll walk along, everyone having a hand on the boat, not just to drag it along, but in case you punch through, because it happens. Also, you'll probably learn that those Teva sandals that got you around the river all season long on slippery river rocks, oh my gosh, those same Teva sandals are wonderfully grippy on ice. That said, when you're wearing shorts and Teva sandals in the wintertime, it does make it hard to get really solid video because you've got shaky shivering the whole time. Bro, put some clothes on, okay? But then, there you are, sitting next to this beautiful river of ice, watching it flow past. So chill, so calm, so unlike you've seen the river before. You get to see things other people would never get to see. And all you have to do is grab a friend, grab some dry suits, make sure you know what you're doing, and then you just drop your boat in the river and follow the ice wherever it takes you. Meantime, back to those ice bridges. Yeah, they're kind of sketchy, and yeah, you can punch through. It's a little unnerving, but that's why we're grabbing onto the boat. So, yeah, we want to be safe above all else. We're being safe, right? We're not doing stupid things. Well, we may be doing stupid things, but we're not doing them stupidly, if you know what I mean. And at some point, you get comfortable enough on the ice that it's actually just as easy to walk along the ice shelf and, just kind of line the boat through some of the smaller rapids. Walking along, walking your boat, so impossibly magical. And for all you moms out there saying, hey, you shouldn't be down there all by yourselves, well, look at that. There's a train down there with you. There's 100 other people all down there with you, all watching you descending this icy river, all thinking the exact same thing. Get out of the river, nut jobs. But how could we? How could we leave this place, a place we've been 500 times before, and yet so transformed into something magical, otherworldly, just by the change in season? And yeah, it is tight, and yeah, there's a lot of obstacles, and yeah, it starts to get a little crazy at times. You're not sure if you're going to get through. You're not sure if there's enough room. What if there's a showstopper downstream? And every time your boat gets wet, yeah, that water freezes into a layer of ice on the boat, so that later when you're hopping in to seal launch it into the river, yeah, the boat is now slick as snot. Not helpful when you're trying to stay in it. Even if you're working on a bad case of frostbite, put some gloves on, dude. Some of the problem solving is pretty straightforward. Sometimes it's as simple as letting the water do the work. Other times it looks a little more, well, WrestleMania. You gotta get the boat here, pop it down there, let gravity do its job. But sometimes the addition of just one person in the boat can mean the difference between wrestling and R1ing down the frozen bottom of Sunshine Falls. That's right. And oh yeah, always looking to catch that bottom eddy, even if it's covered with a layer of ice. Oh, it's a magical place. Your boat's slippery. Did I mention the boat's slippery? Yeah, slick as snot, you guys. But again, you're in this magical place. You and your friend have been allowed to come and float and just experience this place. Few, if any, will ever see. Maybe grab your friend. Maybe come float a frozen river today. Find yourself someplace absolutely magical.